Welcome to My Long Island TV. From Manhasset to Montauk, we have traveled our communities to bring you the following events. I'm your host, Waldo Cabrera. My Long Island TV starts now.
Our group is Long Island Search and Rescue, and we provide search and rescue support to law enforcement and fire departments across the tri-state area and surrounding areas. The dogs themselves are actually our dogs. They're with us 24/7. They live with us. They come out and they train with us. You want to find a dog that has a very high play drive, something that you throw a ball somewhere, he's not going to give up, or she's not going to give up until she finds that ball. You know, if you throw it in a high grass or in the woods, they're going to stay there. We're used for anything from the grandmother who has Alzheimer's or dementia and walks away from her home, walks out of her house and goes somewhere. The missing child that walks away from the campsite. We can bring in the dogs again to help track or help find that child wherever they go from the campsite. In the wintertime, everyone goes out, hunters are out in the woods. They might have a medical emergency in the woods. They don't show back up at home. The wife calls, and then we come out and do those kind of searches. We have an obstacle course set up, which is what the FEMA K-9 teams as well as the state use to train their dogs in the different environment that they're gonna come across.
I'm gonna hide in the barrel because this is representative of when a subject is hidden and how the dog will respond to it.
Go find. And as he catches the scent of the subject, he's going to stop to bark at where that subject is. And then out comes the toy for him to play, because that's his reward. There's his paycheck again. Good girl, Keeley. The next dog that we're going to bring out, her name is Keeley, and we're going to show you some of the urban disaster obstacles that she's training so she can eventually pass her exams. The tunnel is to focus on them going in what we consider confined spaces or smaller spaces so that they can walk through different areas. We have something that we call a crawl, where the crawl is a box that we have that's a lot shorter than something that they can stand up in. We teach the dogs to jump up onto elevated platforms that are unstable, so then the handler then can walk up to them and they can move on to the next obstacle. Where we're training the dog to do here is to jump up on specific areas and walk across a span. The dogs don't like it because they can see that it's not on the ground. We then progress to the next higher level, which is about a 4.5 foot high bridge. They also have to learn to turn on the bridge, just so in case they can't move forward, they have to be able to turn around and come back to us. So what you're looking at is what we would consider a collapsed structure. It's designed to simulate what would happen if a building or something was to come down due to natural or man-made type causes.
Yeah, you can go to work, huh? You go to work?
Jessie's an air scenting dog. She's not scent discriminating. She works in the wilderness. The first thing we did was what we call Runaways, where somebody wiggles her toy in front of her nose and they run away and hide behind a tree. And then what does she want to do? She wants to go crazy to chase that person because they have her toy.
Wanna go to work?
So as the dog's working, she's smelling the area, negotiating all through the woods to find the subject. And when she makes that find, she then turns around and comes back to Sue.
Good girl, show me.
And with that bark, that tells Sue that Jessie made the find on the subject. So Sue tells Jessie to show her where the subject is, and hidden behind the tree is our subject that we place in the woods.
It's never not a game, because once it becomes work, then it's not fun anymore.
Bloodhound is very difficult to have as a pet, so we needed a job for him. I saw a van marked up with Long Island Search and Rescue, so I contacted the organization and joined. I kind of knew what was involved. I knew it wasn't just going to be about all about the dogs. It is about finding lost and missing people, using dogs as well as ourselves. So I love both aspects of it. The Bloodhounds do trailing, specifically trailing. You give them a scent article and they will follow the trail that person has walked.
Why are you sporting a cap all of a sudden?
I'm going to use this as a scent article for our trailing dogs. It has my scent on it. And then they're going to have their dog check the scent and send them out after me. I'm hiding and I have her reward with me.
And you could see that she put her head down and she actually smelled that object. So right now she's already got the scent profile of who she needs to be looking for. And away she goes.
Actually, we didn't realize how much it entailed. We just thought, you know, we could just bring the dog out and run, you know, and when we realized how much it entailed, then it was a commitment. But we decided, you know, I say we because my wife's part of the team also, you know, and we decided that it's worth it. It was worth it, you know, to help the community find people if, you know, if at all possible. It was just something that we wanted to do.